The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Offense set on first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Tackle is made at the 28. Of 3. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
And the returner is stopped. Line gets set, first down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He makes the connection. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got a man. It's in goal. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
The give to the big fullback. Tackle is made after the first down. An easy call to go for it, and easier after you make it.
Yeah, we've seen it from this offense, too, throughout the season. In these types of situations, they just believe that they can make the play and they can get the push up front, and that's exactly what happened on that.
Trying to find his man on first down. Got his man quickly. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dick.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. If you want to shut this crowd up early, you don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Grab near the marker. It's Bryant. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. First and goal from the 4 as they try to break the seal on the scoring. They'll try to get it in with the run. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. You saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
Oh, he tosses it back. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's the problem with the free flicker, right? It takes time to develop, and you could tell they handed it off. They didn't really bite it too much and continue to rush the pass or get to the quarterback and put a good lick on him, Jesse, as he's throwing the football.
Yeah, the offensive line is going to be kicking themselves when they watch this on film because they had a touchdown on that play. If they could have just given the quarterback another split second to throw.
The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. He'll do it himself. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Man, these read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk, but it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well then fine, I'm going to pull the ball right now and to use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back, then fine, I'm going to give the ball right now and get a little chunk of yards.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Now the play fake. They're working that left side. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Got it. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains.
Get set, get set.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive.
Here we go.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll put the tight end in motion. Back to throw, it's Barry. This time it's complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
The sure hands, it's in goal. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Red pass hits complete. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Here we go.
The RPO, it's complete. Just trucks through it. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal.
Razor, razor. Igloo.
They want to run this quarterback. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And RD, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go.
And they're in for a touchdown.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch, called for and made. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10.
Easy.
They'll go to the counter. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
From the gun, running back on the move. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
Easy.
They run the reverse. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. They have declared their intentions on this drive, keeping it on the ground. It's 1st and 10 again. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now improvising. Avoids pressure. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. He's moving out of the pocket. Got his man downfield. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Complete to the left. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's got it on the right. And he breaks. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And it's a touchdown, put 6 on the board. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside a half minute to play. Would they dare go for a score here? Wants to throw on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. Snags it on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. Going for it all. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going back to the well, another deep ball. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Throws toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready.
29 Philly.
Trying to set the tone with the run. Open space at the 25. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32.
Pound 55 quick.
They'll give it to the back. Jukes his way for more. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
Okay, ready?
Back behind the chains, 1st and 15.
Down.
They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
On the ready.
And now on second down for this offense.
Let's go.
Back to pass, it's Barry. They're trying to get to him. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's open. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Zings it complete to the right.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Bunch formation for these receivers.
Here we go.
They'll go to the toss. Tackled after picking up the first down.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
The give to the tailback. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything.
Touchdown!
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. Talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 28-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Iowa State is in serious trouble right now. I hope that coach is renting and not buying there in Ames, because that could be a bad investment.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
And the offense will take over 1st and 10.
Ready up.
Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary.
Set. Hut.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. They go to the ground. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
On the double.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10.
In blue. Belly stutter.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout by the offense.
On the set.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Jackrabbit.
He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And it's a touchdown. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
First and 10.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13.
25.
To the ground with the back. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Easy.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, the running back has it. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. Movement here from the tight end. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Gets behind the pads and slams into the end zone for the touchdown. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
First and 10.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Dances away to buy time. He fires it out to the right. It's complete. A huge pickup.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
He's going to run it. Turns it on in midfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Finds his tight end, and he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Good job running that route to get past the stakes because he got nothing after the catch. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the grab. Put the clamps on that ball and strolled into the end zone for a touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Lining up for the PAT. Right down the boulevard. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Ringo.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Barry. Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great. Quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the ball comes to rest right there. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Slings it downfield. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He'll start this drive firing. Caught in the backfield, it's in goal. Off he goes. He's got it, and he'll take it in for the touchdown. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. San Diego State is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 14 to Arkansas State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And now this offense will take the field again.
Here we go. Freedom, freedom.
Going up top on first down. He'll pull it down. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the...
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
At the 20, he's got space. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. This offense has a second down play. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee.
Okay, ready?
Now facing a 3rd and long. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talk about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.